All right, guys, welcome back. Glad you're here tonight because this is one of those topics that I genuinely think is not getting the attention that it deserves. And I want to start with a simple question, a very simple question. When you picture World War III, what do you see? Probably something like D-Day, formal declarations, world leaders on TV, a clear enemy in a different uniform. But what if that's just not how it happens this time? I had a conversation today with a guy, a Vietnam veteran. He has 2 silver stars, worked for a little group over there called MAC-V-SOG. And if you know what that is, you know that this guy needs a wheelbarrow to roll around his testicles. And we got to talking just over a cup of coffee, and it was my pleasure to make it for him. We got to talking about the war, the conflict in Iran. And he looked at me and he said, "Son, we've got a war going on right here." And I just shut up and listened. But he brought up so many relevant facts about exactly how he saw it. We've got people in the streets in the United States that are actively campaigning for the overthrow of the United States. We have combat occurring in Iran. We've got conflict in Russia, Ukraine. We've got Israel. We've got Lebanon. We've got South America. We've got, Venezuela. We got Cuba. We got the border with Mexico. We got an open border with Canada. And the way that this guy explained it, coming from his perspective, was strong. And it really got me to thinking. We've got these American satellites tracking Russian tank positions in real time. Our president, they've actually tried to get rid of him. Some people will say 2, some people will say 3 times. That's huge. Are you seeing any other attempts on any other world leaders' lives except our guy? We've got Russian influence here in the United States. We got Chinese influence in the United States. We got Chinese buying land near military bases. They're flying balloons over our country, mapping out God knows what. We have Chinese spies within our government, banging congressmen. We got members of our own Congress that married their brother to get here, that have no allegiance to the United States. They have Palestinian flags outside of their office in our Capitol building. Let me ask you, are we at war? Because this gentleman said we're at war. 2 silver stars, multiple Purple Hearts, Vietnam. Right now, listening to him, it damn sure seems like we're at war right here. And no shots have been fired yet, except Austin, Texas, the synagogue in Michigan, Las Vegas, Butler, Pennsylvania, Utah college campus, nightclub in Orlando, multiple schools. Does that sound like combat? And this all matters. And the reason this matters, I think this is genuinely one of the most important conversations that I've had in a long time. Because the rules have changed completely, and nobody really gave us the damn memo, did they? Nobody said, you know what? You need to keep your head on a swivel. Now, some information came out today. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth just removed military bases from being gun-free zones. That's big, don't you think? Our military can now carry weapons on military bases where, hello, McFly, where we live. And I know that sounds crazy for you anti-gun people, but it's about damn time. And I'll grab that clip right here. It's Secretary of War Pete Hegseth just brought this out. And I don't know how many of you agree with this. I don't know how many of you care. But I'm playing this, and I think it's very important. Very important situation here that's going on. And a lot of people hate Pete Hegseth. I've yet to figure out why. Now I kind of know why. Because the men and women in uniform can now protect themselves. Look at this. Let's buckle up.
Republic was founded on a simple yet bold idea. Our rights as citizens are not granted to us by government, but instead by God. 250 years ago, the Revolutionary War was fought to secure our God-given rights. The Second Amendment to our Constitution enshrines the right of all citizens to carry weapons to protect themselves, their families, and their fellow countrymen. The War Department's uniformed service members are trained at the highest and unwavering standards. These warfighters, entrusted with the safety of our nation, are no less entitled to exercise their God-given right to keep and bear arms than any other American. Our warfighters defend the right of others to carry. They should be able to carry themselves. Recent events like what happened at Fort Stewart, Holloman Air Force Base, or Pensacola Naval Air Station have made clear that some threats are closer to home than we would like. In these instances, minutes are a lifetime, and our service members have the courage and training to make those precious short minutes count. Before today, it was virtually impossible. Most people probably don't know this. It was virtually impossible for War Department personnel to get permission to carry and store their own personal weapons aligned with the state laws where we operate our installations. I mean, effectively, our bases across the country were gun-free zones. Unless you're training or unless you are a military policeman, you couldn't carry, you couldn't bring your own firearm for your own personal protection onto post. Well, that's no longer. The memo I'm signing today directs installation commanders to allow requests for personal protection to carry a privately owned firearm with the presumption that it is necessary for personal protection. If a request is for some reason denied, the reason for that denial will be in writing and will explain in detail the basis for that direction. Again, the presumption is service members will be able to have their Second Amendment right on post. Not all enemies are foreign, nor are they all outside our borders. Some are domestic. Confirming your God-given right to self-protection is what I'm signing into action today, and I'm proud to do so.
What are your thoughts on this, ladies and gentlemen? I'd like to get your opinion on what you just saw there. Should our military be able to carry firearms on base? He said something very, very amazing and so obvious. Not all enemies are foreign. A lot of our enemies are domestic. What kind of world are we living in right now? In the greatest country in the world, where there's going to be people freaking out that our military are going to be able to carry firearms here on military installations. You heard it. Where it's deemed necessary for them to defend themselves. So you're not going to see guys running around with a Remington 1100 walking in the PX. But you are going to see people with concealed carry permits using the same Second Amendment that they are fighting for your right to have. Think about the incidences that would have been stopped, and he brought them up. Goes all the way back to Fort Hood. Major Nadal Hassan. Major Nadal Hassan is getting better health care than all of you. Now, he's paralyzed from the neck down, but somebody's wiping his filthy ass multiple times a day. They're feeding him. They're rolling him around. He has better dental coverage than all of you. Probably watches more cable TV than all of you. I hope he's watching my channel, piece of shit. But that's where we're at right now. Is this a I think this could very well be a response to something that could possibly be known about, that the intelligence agencies could know about this. I believe the other thing that this does, that we've seen the No Kings protest. We have seen what has been occurring on the streets in America. We have seen the violence at the ICE facilities. Portland, Oregon is like a romper room for artards. Chicago, that ICE facility. New Jersey, that one. It is a romper room for morons. And they're coming prepared. Body gear, riot helmets, pepper spray, gas mask. It's like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. We just don't get Tina Turner in a leather bikini. Okay? So I am very proud of Pete Hegseth making it possible for America's men and women. We only got 2 genders in the military right now because of that guy. Okay? The Z's and Zos and Zons and all the pronouns back of the bus. Out of the bus, actually. Under the bus. I think it's under the bus. But that is happening right now. Is this foreshadowing for what's coming? There's a lot of people that think we're going to have some black swan event. And if the military men and women on base are not armed, and if something were to happen on base, the first place that I would go to shut down would be where all the weapons are stored, because that's what everybody's going to converge on. Does it make sense to you? I don't think that's a lot to think of. I don't think it takes Napoleon to come up with a plan for that one. Stevie Wonders could see this. G-Dub said he wipes his butt with his hand 4 times a day. Okay. Oh, talking about Major Nadal Hassan. Guys, we've got a battle going on right here today. I'm not going to go a lot into some of the political stuff that you guys are inundated with, channel after channel after channel, regurgitating every 4th syllable of sentences about things. I'll give you my opinion on this one real quick. You might not like my opinion. I don't care. You might not get comfortable with my opinion. I don't care. I don't. I'm not here to make you happy and tell you what you want to hear and say, I'm your boy. I don't have any hair gel. Right? I'm not sitting next to the pool. Pam Bondi. Resigned, fired, replaced, whatever you want to call it. Canned. Who do you think's going to replace her? Who do you think's going to replace Pam Bondi? This is her statement. She's going to be working tirelessly for the next month for the transition. Lowest murder rate in 125 years. You got to give her credit for that. Remain eternally grateful for the trust that President Trump placed in me to make America safe again. I think she could have been more successful. I think the things that are surrounding Washington, D.C. could very well be part of the problem. The swamp creatures, you know that. The liberal judges. We got 500 plus votes in the polls. Todd Blanche is leading the vote at 42%, right? Todd Blanche, 42%. How many of you like Todd Blanche? How many of you know anything about Todd Blanche? How many of you think a picture is worth 1,000 words? Who wrote that? A picture is worth 1,000 words. I've heard that somewhere, and I don't know who wrote it. Pam Bondi. Okay. So a lot of people wanted Matt Gaetz. If you want Matt Gaetz, let me know in the chat. Blanche was a Democrat until 2024. That sounds familiar. There's a little photo here. Him in a restaurant with a gal with some sunglasses on. Picture worth 1,000 words. He's only going to be in there temporarily. I don't know if he'll get confirmed to take the spot permanently. Who would you like to see him take the spot? Matt would be great, but he can't be confirmed. Matt Gaetz is as far from great as you want to get. When he was having booger sugar parties with young girls, and the only reason he got caught is because he wouldn't pay for her braces. Go look it up. So Todd's having lunch here. Who's that he's having lunch with? Can you make that out? Can you see who he's having lunch with there? Look into my eyes, Caitlin Collins. Look into my eyes. Caitlin Collins, Todd Blanche having lunch. CNN witch. I don't know where she parked her broom at. It's up to you to decide. But all that glitters isn't gold, guys. All that glitters isn't gold. I think you can pick apart anybody you want. But boy, oh boy, oh boy. Spotted in Palm Beach today. Trump Deputy AG pick Todd Blanche. The luncheon with CNN's Caitlin Collins. Now, Raheem Kassan's a bit of a scumbag, too, because he works for Steve Bannon and won't say anything. It's up to you to decide. I'll leave my judgment to... I think I'll pass judgment after I see some actions. That's what I think I'll see. But I know that we've got some experts in the chat that will fill me in on what they think. Who do you think? Somebody says, I care, and I agree. It's about time. I completely agree with the military being able to carry America first. God bless our president and patriots. Yay. I love that. Thank you, Trina. And thank you, Gearhart. Robert, appreciate it, brother. God bless you. So, yeah, Pam Bondi's gone. Todd Blanche is in temporarily. Somebody says a damn CNN reporter. That says everything. I already dislike Todd. I don't trust him. Thank you, James. God bless you. God bless you. James tells it like it is in the chat, man. James does not pull any punches. He don't give a damn. A damn CNN reporter. That says everything. I already dislike Todd. I don't know who says a picture's worth 1,000 words, but a picture's worth 1,000 words. Right? I don't want to rain on anybody's parade. Ron DeSantis. What do you think about that? So who will replace Pam Bondi? Todd Blanche, Carmeet Dillon, Lee Zeldin, Ron DeSantis. Those are the four that I kind of think have an opportunity. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. So we'll get to some other stuff here as well. Thank you, James. James, sorry I pissed you off. Are we already at war? American officials are reportedly reviewing two major ground operations. Strike Karag Island, Iran's key oil hub, seize Iran's enriched uranium stockpiles. Plans include building an airstrip and transporting nuclear material out of Iran. I don't think they build an airstrip. I'm just going to go with that one for 500, Alex. I could see them seizing an airstrip. I could see them taking an airstrip. Wasn't there a song you sang in boot camp? C-130 going to take a little trip. I remember something like that. And then there was another one like shuffle up, buckle up, run to the door or something like that. I remember something like that. Ken Paxton, great pick. He's running for Senate in Texas. We need him as a senator. We need him as a senator. There's a lot of movement, a lot of information coming out about this, about possible ground force invasion. I know Grits and Gravy is never gonna own up to his loss of the bet. Rangers will seize the airstrip. Are Rangers, is that 82nd Airborne? I think it is, right? I think that's 82nd. Let's see here. God bless America. USAG is a great position for Judge Janine. Good luck getting confirmed. Mike, ACG. Thank you, Mike. 5 memberships. God bless you. Laser Guy. We need an absolute bulldog in there. Former wasn't getting it done. I agree with that. We need a bulldog on. I want a rabid bulldog. I want an angry chihuahua. Give me an angry chihuahua. And I want his buddies to be bulldogs. That's what I want. What do you think about that? Now, here's something interesting that is happening at the time. A LNG tanker is attempting to transit the Strait of Hormuz while bypassing Iran. So this tanker is trying to navigate the strait, bypassing Iran, which is interesting. Will it happen? I don't know. Can they make it through? But they're hugging that shoreline. They're hugging that shoal water there to try to avoid paying $2 million in, I don't know, an entry fee, an exit fee. I don't know what you call it in the gay bars. Aloha gay bar. I don't know what they call that. But they are trying to get through the strait. Let's go right here. Let's go right here. I'll show you this. This is pretty interesting what they're trying to do into the Straits of Hormuz here. Okay. So they're trying to get through there. And I don't know if they will. But you can see this ship here. There's multiple now that are hugging this coastline, the shoal water, to get through. Does it happen? I don't know. Will they avoid paying this toll? I don't know. But you see a lot of ships right here on the shoreline that are trying to do that. They're all trying to do that same thing to avoid paying this the fee. I think Iran will react to this. They will. This is live right here. This is live marine traffic. And hopefully they make it through safely. Hopefully they, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody, to be honest with you. But that would be a real win if they did. What are your thoughts on that? Let's go here. Right there. Okay. This could be a big one, though. This could be a very, very important strategic move if it happens. I don't know. Don't know. But them getting through there could be very important. Get some more information coming out today. President Donald Trump posted on X. The biggest bridge in Iran comes tumbling down, never to be used again. Much more to follow. It is time for Iran to make a deal before it's too late. And there's nothing left of what still could become a great country. I think he's kind of giving them an out. Look at the explosion on this bridge that the United States and their allies hit. Look at this. See that? Look at that bridge collapsing there. Wow. God bless the United States military. And rest in peace to anybody that gets in our way. Rest in peace to anyone that gets in the way. Here's another image of this for those that don't really understand the magnitude of this. You see this bridge here? That's freaking crazy, isn't it? That just cut off an extremely important area. It's connecting Karaj with Tehran. I want to pull this up on a map and see exactly where that is. It connects Karaj with... Could this be a precursor for some ground troops? Let's see if I can find this. Karaj. Let's go see if we can find this. Karaj. How do we spell this? How do we spell Karaj, for goodness sake? Karaj and Tehran. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Okay, so this is right in the heart of everything. Let's go here. I'll pull this up so you can all see it here. So this is Karaj right there in the center. I mean, it's like a basically northwest. I don't want to say a suburb, but it's a northwest area of Tehran. And that's connecting this other province here. Is there more to come? I don't know. But when you take out some infrastructure like a bridge like that, that had to be a strategic asset of some sort. There goes the General Lee making the jump. Why is it yellow? Well, that's the densely populated areas of Iran. That's this map. I've got this map set up to show me the very densely populated areas. Now, so there's Karaj, there's Tehran, and here's Isfahan. This is the area where the uranium is stored in Natanz, which is just south of there a little bit. Right near the, I can't believe they still have I can't believe Iran had a national park. Did anyone have Iran having a national park on their bingo card? A country that supplies 90% of the world's terror has a national frickin' park. Smokey the Bear would be very proud. I am sure he would be proud. But that is one hell of a bridge collapse. Look at that. That is, boy, oh boy. Says, let's read some of these. I love some of the comments here. This is what happens when missiles are sent to Israel. The response is fast and decisive. Yeah, they got their money's worth. There won't be a ground invasion. Key bridge destroyed. I do like that meme there. Grits and gravy. I'll put my address in the chat so you can send that $300 or $400 that you lost on the bet. Is there anybody in the chat that still thinks that Iran is winning the war? Anybody? Interesting. If there's anybody that believes that, I've got my own bridge like this in Arkansas. I will sell you. I will happily pass that one on. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. There's a lot of rumors on why Pam Bondi was fired or let go. I don't know about that. I hate to say I don't care, but I want whoever's in the position to be effective. This is one that I do care about. And I think what he says here is pretty damn crazy.
I think it's tough. As a non-Israel hater, I don't hate anyone. I'm not going to allow myself to hate anyone, period. But I'm just being as honest as I can be. You know, we're very enmeshed, like more than people understand. Representatives, official and non-official, of the Israeli government throughout the U.S. government at every single level, state and federal. Okay, there's that. In our institutions, that would include the Pentagon and CIA, our biggest and most important. And then there's the question of, like, what does that mean for Israel? Like, do they just allow the United States to be like, you know, you're just like whatever, France now or Spain? We're going to treat you like, you know, an ally, but not a sibling. I think that we get punished for that. People are afraid of Israel. That's the difference between Israel and Spain. Everyone loves Spain. It's great. The Spanish, we can have bases there. You can put missiles there. It's all great. But no one thinks if you...
Do you think we're afraid of Israel? Does anyone in the chat think that the president of the United States is afraid of anyone? Laser guy, thank you. Ron DeSantis will be the best pick for AG, who is super MAGA, has the gut and super intelligent to get it done. DeSantis could be a very well good a good pick for that. Trump's sword, the Strait of Trump. I like the sound of that myself too. I want a strong man that can keep up with our America First agenda. Praying for all patriots. God bless our military. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you for that. Does anybody still think that Alex Jones thinks Iran is winning? Yeah, he does. There's a Green Beret that has a YouTube channel that used to be a friend of mine that thinks he's winning. And then I support Trump. He called me a PDF. So I'll probably never help that guy again.
Pull back aid from Spain, they're going to hurt you. But everyone is afraid of being physically hurt by Israel. Maybe they're overstating it. Maybe they're all anti-Semitic and paranoid.
I think the Israel, I'm kind of numb to it now. It's almost like the thing where they call everybody a race car driver. I'm kind of numb to that now too. I don't take any notice if somebody calls me racist because of my political belief. I'm kind of over it. Here's another, what I would say, take Carg and we control the strait and oil. No brainer. Back road Camaro. Oh, back road Camaro. We got a redneck. You got a mullet. You got a mullet.
Okay, so I keep hearing this line. We've taken out their missiles.
We don't have a Navy.
We've taken again. Okay, their Navy and Air Force was 55 years old. What is taking?
Then why was it harassing people in the
What does taking out a 55-year-old Navy mean?
Constantly harassing ships in the Gulf.
They're still harassing.
They're
They
still
don't
doing
have
that.
they don't have any ships left.
No, I'm saying what my point.
Okay, so I keep hearing.
He said their Navy is 55 years old. Ours is 250 years old. So I don't know where the argument goes there. I think that guy's a clown. I'll show you another clown if you want to see another one. This is interesting. How many of you attended the No Kings rally? I'm sure we got a lot of No Kings rally people here in my chat. I'm sure we've got a bunch. Here you go. Let's go. No Kings rally. Buckle up. Prepare to laugh. Don't have any coffee in your mouth.
What do you make of the fact that he was democratically elected, even won the popular vote? How does that make him a king?
It doesn't make him a king. It makes him a president, not a king.
Well, this is called no kings. So what does that mean to you?
It means we got to get rid of him. He's not a king. It's a democratic process, and we've gone that route with him. Now he's acted like a king.
Can you give me a specific example?
Specific example? Well, there's a million of them all put together. There's no one example. It's exactly,
Just one or two?
It's more than one or two.
No, can you give me one or two examples?
Not off the top of my head. I mean, I can, I guess. I'm just in loss of thought here on there's a lot of things.
Okay.
I can't really.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay.
I know what Biden did. I don't agree with all of it, but this is way worse than what any other president
What makes
has
it
done
worse?
in this country. You can't see that. I don't have anything more to say if you don't know.
What makes President Trump a king?
Himself?
What specific policies or actions?
Oh, everything that he does. The man's a fascist.
Can you give me an example?
Oh boy, of everything that he does. I mean, he just tries to put his name on everything.
What specific action or policy is the Trump administration acting like a king?
He wants to be a dictator. He loves dictators. He wants to be a dictator. And
Didn't he just remove a dictator from Venezuela?
he went in and stole them.
So he was not a dictator in Venezuela?
He was.
So he removed a dictator.
It's disappeared. There are people that are American citizens that immigrated to this country illegally, and they're gone. Some people.
Can you give me a specific example? Because I'm not aware of any
You're
American
not aware of that? It's being
No,
in the news.
Can you give me a specific example
There.
Donald Trump rapes children.
of an American citizen?
I know it's a setup. What you're
No,
doing.
I want you told me an American citizen has
I
been
can look
deported.
it up, but
That's a big claim. I just want to know.
There are several of them.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing? I don't know if you remember the show the other morning when I got a phone call from the troll. And we talked for a good 5 minutes of this troll that he's the guy that wanted Chris Christie as president. Do you remember that? You remember that guy? Well, since then, this gentleman has texted me nonstop. I'm talking nonstop texts to the show's text line. I don't want to, let me see if I can pull it up without showing the person's phone number. I don't want to show his phone number, but this person, somebody said C-130 rolling down the strip, airborne Rangers gonna take a little trip, stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door, jump right out, count to 4. There you go. I never did any of that, but I've heard it. So this gentleman has just been texting me, I want to say 97, 98 text messages today. And it reminds me of this group of blathering idiots. And I'm sure you know some people like this. Oh gosh. Okay. Whoa. Huh. Okay. We'll open that up in a second. Todd Blanche. Oh gosh. I don't know if I want to go in the Todd Blanche realm, but boy, oh boy, oh boy. But you're starting to understand the delusion that these people are in. And let's get back to my initial thought. Are we at war in the United States? Yes or no in the chat. Are we at war in the United States right now? I really want to show this person's text messages, but I don't know how I can do it other than, oh, here, I got this. We might be able to screenshot some of it. Hold up. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah. Here we go. I have his name as Chris Christie Troll is what I've shared his name as. Let's see. Where does that go? Where did that screenshot go? There? Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I got that one. Let's go. It might be easier for me to just read these. He says, did you like the dip thing's speech tonight? I haven't responded to any of these. So he wants the Europeans to buy oil from us. Wow, that's great. Explain to me how increased demand on our oil is not going to raise prices. How effing stupid is this guy? What a great businessman. Well, he bankrupted numerous casinos. I mean, that takes some special talent. So it's just a rage of crap talking about the president's responsible for the oil increases in prices. I said, is the president in charge of OPEC? That shut him up for about 14 minutes. But you know exactly the kind of people that, if you only knew the amount of troll people that I deal with, it would blow your mind. It would blow your damn mind. This is coming in. Apparently, President Trump just said that. Let's go here. Let's just see what this says. I want to see this. Talking about Tulsi Gabbard. Does anybody not like Tulsi Gabbard?
We have a lot of great candidates for that.
Do you still have confidence in Tulsi Gabbard, sir?
Yeah, sure. I mean, she's a little bit different in her thought process than me, but that doesn't make somebody not available to serve.
Is she on the same page
I
as
would
you?
say that I'm very strong in the fact that I don't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon. Because if they had a nuclear weapon, they'd use it immediately. I think she's probably a little bit softer on that issue, but that's okay. Some people are. Most people aren't. Most people are saying thank you very much for doing what you did. They are decimated right now. They're going to give up nuclear weapons. They're going to give us the nuclear dust. They're going to do everything that we want to do. And you know what? They're going to go on and maybe have a great country again. But if they don't do that, they're not going to have a country. They're not even going to have a country. So she's softer on that issue, but I have other people, not too many. That's an issue that we've had great support. You saw the CNN poll where Trump with MAGA.
How many of you like Tulsi Gabbard? I think Tulsi Gabbard's doing a great job. Here's some of the text right here. Here's some of the text. There's more coming in, I'm sure, right now, but there's some right here. Sorry, it just brings them up right. Clearly, we're not a member of the Arkansas debate team. I haven't responded to a lot of these. But this is what I'm dealing with. Maybe make it into some sort of pay-per-view event. Battle of the MAGA Artards, MAGA Oxford Scholar. Who's the bigger bootlicker? You're seeing this. I hope the guy calls in. I'd love to talk to him and find out how somebody can be that damn dumb. I don't understand it, to be honest with you. Here's some more information coming out right now. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth has just asked Army Chief of Staff General Randy George to retire, step down from his position. I don't know who this guy is. No, I have no idea about him. I'm sure he probably took a knee for George Floyd or something. See, it's go time. Trump and Hegseth would have handed the U.S. Army Chief a target list. Lots of troll comments. Does anybody know anything about this guy? This Randy George? Anybody know anything about Randy George? Let's see here. That's an interesting move. I don't know. Here's another one. Andrew Colvett, one of Charlie's best friends. With Bondi departing, I have a few people in mind to be the next AG who's your pick. Harmeet Dillon, Lee Zeldin, Ken Paxton, Janine Pirro, Ron DeSantis, Russ Vaught. P.S. I'm told Gates isn't pursuing the post. Yeah, I don't think old Matt Gates is going to be anywhere near the White House. I don't think so. I don't think old Matt Gaetz needs to go near any kids either. That's my thought process on that one. But hey, you do you, right? You do you. I want to share one other thing here. I think this is really powerful, especially for what we're seeing with the possibility of getting rid of birthright citizenship. Birthright citizenship could be going away. This was Charlie Kirk's stance on birthright citizenship. Looks like he's at the University of Tennessee.
The 14th Amendment was largely applicable to free slaves.
I understand that was the purpose, but it's also been extended to those who
exactly. No, you're right. It has been wrongly extended. You know the 14th
by
Amendment?
the Supreme Court.
Exactly. And they got it wrong, just like how they got Roe versus Wade wrong, and we got that repealed. The point being is the Supreme Court can get things wrong. The idea, it's very simple. It's that if you think you can just get on a Delta Airlines flight from Paris and all of a sudden your kid becomes a U.S. citizen, that devalues the meaning of what it is to be a citizen.
Should we hold the children who do not choose to come here accountable for their parents' actions? There are some countries that,
well,
like,
if you're already a citizen, you're a citizen. We're not going to revoke it.
Right, but once if it becomes overturned, do we want to create second-class citizens who aren't a citizen of another country?
Yes, they're citizens of another country. Go back to your own country.
Except if they come from India, they come here and a child is born. That child is not a citizen of
Correct.
India, nor would they be a citizen of here. Then you have
no, they are a citizen of India. That's not
They're
true.
not.
Yes, they are. The parents are Indian citizens, and that's how it works in India. Is that the citizenship goes to the parents. So that's the point. Is that they can go back to their own country and they can go live in India.
So the children should be deported as soon as they're born here.
Yes, with their parents, absolutely.
You
don't separate the children from the parents. Send them back. Do you support birthright citizenship? Yes or no?
You don't think that we should give them? We shouldn't encourage them to become productive members of
No.
American society?
No.
Do you believe in the American dream?
Yes, of course, for American citizens, not for every
I
person around the
agree.
planet.
I agree. I think we all agree.
Yes, it's not our job to open up our borders to every sad story around the planet.
Exactly, the adults, but the children did not choose to cross the border. They did not choose to come here.
Okay.
They have been placed here.
Exactly. So don't punish them by separating the mom and dad. They can all go back to their country of origin. It's very simple.
But that's not the law. That's not how it's been. Do you think that would be
hold on,
productive for American society?
Hold on. That's the interpretation of the 14th Amendment. We're talking about two different things. We're talking about birthright citizenship, and then we're talking about kids that are crossed when they're already born. The point being is this, and President Trump's executive order is phenomenal. It goes back to this very basic question. What does it mean to be a citizen? And we're throwing around citizenship like Frisbees every day. You're a citizen, you're a citizen, you're a citizen. And it dilutes the meaning of the citizen, of what it means to be a U.S. citizen. We need to bring it back to actually say, hey, you have to earn your citizenship. You are not given your citizenship.
So
that's why they killed him. What you just witnessed is why they killed Charlie Kirk. He went in the belly of the beast, Daniel in the lion's den, and that's why. The question should be, do you support assembly line anchor babies? I don't know about that one. I don't know what's the difference is. I don't support anchor babies. Anchor babies, birthright citizenship, same thing. That's why they got rid of Charlie Kirk. You can try to prove me wrong on that one, but that's why they got rid of him. Thank you for whoever sent that. God bless you. Thank you for your service to our country. Thank you for that comment. I really appreciate that. That is super nice of you to say. But that's why they got rid of Charlie Kirk. Because he went to the belly of the beast. He went to the heart of the problem. He went where they are indoctrinating your kids and proved them wrong. That's what happened. That's why they got rid of him. We'll turn some calls on, get some calls here. I'd love to get your opinion on some things. The U.S. is the most unique country in the world, and we need high standards for citizenship. I agree with that 1,000%. If you call in, turn the audio down. If you don't, I'll just hang up on you, okay? It's easy. It's simple. Some people can call me mean, right? God bless America. I'm mean. He has a heart. Yeah, that's a good one. But lines are open. I'd love to get your opinion. Do you think we're at war right now? Has it been going on for multiple years and it's just becoming more evident? Do you have any faith in people waving a Palestinian flag to actually push back or fight back if something were to happen here in the United States? Do you have any faith in some of these people to fight back? Let's go line 1. What do you got? Where are you calling from?
Name's JR. I'm from in Georgia, outside of Atlanta, Douglasville.
Good morning or good afternoon, JR, in Atlanta. What would you like to say?
I'm going to tell you, Trump's going to go with Ken Paxton. I'll tell you why. Is because he'll get leverage to get him in because his buddy, Thune's buddy, is who he's running against. He takes and puts him in. He's got a track record of fighting as an AG. And also, Thune wants his buddy in, so he'll push Paxton through the Senate.
You don't think that Ken Paxton would be more valuable as a senator in Texas?
Oh, I do, but unfortunately, the reality is somebody's got to get pushed through.
Okay. A lot of people are pushing back in the chat saying Paxton's staying in Texas. God bless you. Appreciate the input. God bless you. Great idea. He's got some good points there. He's got some valid points. Let's go, Paul, Colorado. What do you got, Paul?
Hey, Ben. Hey, when I talked to you this morning about that post on X about Delta 10,
yeah,
I got the name wrong. I tried to send it to you, but if you got a second, it's actually 10 Delta.
10 Delta. Okay, I'll check it out, Paul.
10 Delta, and then that's about us taking over the petrodollar. I mean, it's pretty intense, and I bet you'll probably put it on your show after you read it because it's that good.
I'll check it out, man. Thank you for that. I really appreciate the intel. God bless you.
Yeah, have a good one.
Take care, Paul. I'll check that out. 10 Delta. Let me write that down. 10 Delta. Okay. Lines are open. Like calling us, Nazis. We're Nazis, right? That's exactly right. Boom shakalaka for Charlie. Yeah, we'll give Charlie a boom shakalaka. Let's see it. I will try to find out whatever this is. 10 Delta. Okay, let's see here. Lines are open. 615-475-7864 right there at the top while I find this 10 Delta thing. Ed, Poplar Bluff, what do you got, brother? Ed, Earth to Ed. Mork calling Orson. Come in, Orson. If you remember that show, you enjoyed the 80s. Mork calling Orson. Come in, Orson. Let's see here. Yeah, that one's nobody's home. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Let's go. Ed, Poplar Bluff. We'll try it one more time, Ed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ben. Birthright citizenship today, what they're considering, is not the same as it was 60 years ago.
Well, it was set up for slavery. It wasn't set up for the 1960s either.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all I was saying. You have a good night.
Take care, Ed. God bless you. Yeah, 14th Amendment was so that slaves born to slaves were considered citizens. They didn't have to go back to whatever country that their family came from. Patrick, SSBN means submarine with nuclear missiles. Let's go right here. Line 2.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Go right ahead. Turn the audio down in the background. I will hang up.
Okay. I do support Trump, and I think that the situation in Iran is very serious. So it can lead to war.
Okay. And what do you think his actions should be? What worries you the most about it?
Well, if he doesn't take action, I think that the Iranians would drag a nuclear weapon across the finish line. They'd do it no matter what. So you have to remove the regime. You have any choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I met Iranians from 4 years ago, and they were very radical. I mean, they hate Jews and they hate Americans. I mean, they are not going to change. They're not. I mean, I can't make them change. Only the good Lord could do that.
Do you
But
think
that's
part of the ideology that is being spread against Israel is part of the psyop by the people that are supporting Iran? Do you think that's part of the psyop?
Yeah, that's part of it too. Yeah, because you know, I used to have two friends. They were Palestinian. They were always speaking against the United States and speaking against Israel. Very strong hatred toward Jews. I mean, I cannot, but I could. I mean, they liked me, but you know, I didn't. After a while, I had to cut off the relationship because all they were talking about was like beheading Jews, beheading Americans. I mean, everything was America this, that. Yes, yes, yes. But you know, I'm not that way. I'm a Christian. I try to do what's right, and there is such thing as right and wrong. And I'm sorry to say to them that they are in the wrong. We are in the right, and I believe Trump is a good man. He is extraordinary, in fact.
Yeah, it's kind of strange how many people go that opposite route. Let me ask you this. I mean, there's numerous passages in the Bible that mention that, number one, you should love your neighbor. Number two, that, you know, the Jewish people are God's people. Jesus was born as a Jew. Do you think anti-Semitism goes against some or all of the biblical promises that God's made? Do you think that?
Well, yes, because they don't want it to do with the Jews. They want them all wiped out. That's what they want. I mean, I've never been that way, and it's a bad thing. You know, I'm an American. I served in the Army back from 1979 to 1982, so it's been a long time. But
well, thank you for calling. I'm going to grab this other one. God bless you. Appreciate your call. Thank you for your service. Go Army. Go here, line 3. What do you got, line 3?
How you doing, Ben?
Great. How are you?
Love your hat. I'm calling from Cozad, Nebraska. Love the hat.
I served on the USS Nebraska from about 97 to early 2001, somewhere around that time frame.
Well, thank you for your service.
And I remember going to Lincoln, Nebraska a couple of different times, and it was a great place to live. Great place. I didn't
Big Red.
It was a great, and whenever I was on the Nebraska, Coach Osborne was the head coach. Tommy Joe Frazier was the quarterback, and they came and took a tour on our boat. So there you go.
That would be awesome.
And I think Mike Rozier might have been the tailback at that time.
Sure, I've met him. Yep.
Well, thank you for
what
calling.
I'm curious.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go right ahead.
What I'm curious is we have destroyed Iran's navy. They're done.
Okay.
Why are they controlling the strait? I don't understand it. You take a couple battleships, you escort the tankers, problem solved. Why? How can they be controlling the strait? I don't understand it.
I believe because they are trying to bomb and prune back all of their artillery or all of their rocket capabilities that Iran and Yemen, the Houthis, would shoot at the ships crossing the strait. That's the only explanation I have, buddy. Thank you for calling. God bless you. That's what I believe. It's a very narrow passage there. Oh, for anybody that wanted to know, SSBN, Strategic Submarine Ballistic Nuclear. That's what that stands for. Ballistic meaning missiles. Let's go right here. Line 2. What do you got, line 2? Line 2. Thank you for clearing your throat. What would you like to say?
Yes, sir. Air Force vet here. I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Usually Trump does things strategic. He ain't just kind of, I'm going to replace so-and-so with so-and-so off the seat of his pants.
Okay.
So I noticed they were recharging people in the Southern District of Florida. Do you think getting rid of Pam Bondi and bringing in another AG has anything to do with that?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I really don't. And it's just like last night. For all the people that were disappointed about the Trump message to the nation, if anyone thought that Donald Trump was going to go out in front of cameras, the entire world watching, and tell the enemy what he was going to do strategically. I'm going to move this military unit here. I'm going to do this there. I'm going to do. If anyone thought that Donald Trump was that dumb, I'm going to tell you right now, I voted for Donald Trump 37 times. I supported him from the moment he came down the escalator. I donated every paycheck in 2024 to Donald Trump's campaign. Last night was my breaking point. I can't believe he didn't go on TV and broadcast all of his war plans with exact coordinates, precise time frames, launch codes, passwords to the computers, to the Iranian regime. And
I agree 1,000%.
And from today
1,000% I agree. How dare him? How dare him not give them what he's going to do?
From
can't
today
believe it.
going forward, because he pissed me off so much, I am going to religiously follow Candace Owens and take out a second mortgage so I can donate to Thomas Massey's presidential campaign.
And vote for Chris Christie.
And Chris Christie. Absolutely. Yep. That's how.
God bless you, brother.
You take care. Have a great evening.
You too.
Air Force vet. I hope you found as much humor in that as I could. What is this? What is this? Carco National Nature Monument. Oh, cool. Carco National Nature Monument. Let's see what the hell that is. Carco National Nature. Does anybody want to know what this is? I do, because they have a damn national park in Iran right next to all right, we got to do it. We have to do this. I have to see what this is. See, they have this national park here. Carco National Museum. They have a national park in the middle of Iran. It looks very, wow. Okay. There's a lot there, isn't there? So this is Carco. It's just northeast. It's just northeast of that island. Oh, this is different. Okay. This is what? Let's see if I can find this. I have no idea what the hell this is. Okay. Sorry, I digress. We will check that. I will check that out and get it back over there to somebody. Just northeast of the island. Okay, great. All right, we'll check it out. Lines are open 615-785. Crap, I forgot what the rest of my phone number was. There we go. Line 2. What do you got?
Ben, how's it going? This is Trucker John real quick. I love you, man. I love all the subscribers out there. I just wanted to let everybody know that what we're witnessing is a global chess game, and Trump is totally killing it right now. Global chess. So we're not playing Chinese checkers. This ain't Chinese checkers.
I agree with you. I agree with you with that. I absolutely agree with that 1,000%. Let me ask you this. Yeah. Why would anyone expect Trump to give away his plans? Does that make any sense?
Well, because they're all naive and they think that if there's not a screen door on a submarine, that it's dangerous.
Touche, brother. Touche. You're absolutely
Love
right.
you, Ben. Hey, have a good Easter, buddy. God bless you and your family.
God bless you. Line 3. What do you got? Line 3.
Hey, Don Paul from Michigan. Did I hear you at the beginning of the show say tonight that we can't carry weapons on our military bases? Is that Biden crap? Or
That's been like that for years. And Pete Hegseth just rescinded that order so that military members.
So our guys can have weapons now?
That's right.
Our soldiers can actually carry weapons now.
It sounds crazy, doesn't it? That you're actually saying
I
that
just
out loud.
wanted to be clear. Thanks for clearing that up.
It's weird to think that they haven't been able to, isn't it?
You blew my mind at the beginning of the show. I was in the kitchen. I almost spit my coffee out.
You're like, wait, what? We can carry guns in every other country in the world to defend them, and we can't carry them on our own bases to defend ourselves? Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
I thought we might be in the twilight zone, but I'm starting to wonder, but go ahead.
I agree, man. I agree. That has been around for a long time. Let me grab some other calls here, Paul. God bless you.
Thanks, man.
Let's go right here. Line 2. What do you got, line 2?
Remember, there's no bastard ever won war by dying for his country.
All right, there we go. We're playing some George C. Scott from Patton. Line 2, go right ahead.
Hi, Ben.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you? You're live right now, aren't you?
I am.
Okay. Well, I wanted to tell you my husband's watching, but anyway, so I wanted to tell you I love you. I love the show. You're doing great, and for all these people that are fucking crazy out here, screw them. You know what I mean? I mean, America first. And anyway, thank you for what you do.
God bless you. Thank you, Kara. God bless you. There we go. The military, no being able to carry firearms on military bases goes back to, that goes back over like 15, 18 years. Yeah, that goes way back. It was a DOD policy that goes way back. Lines are open, 615-78. I got to remember the phone number, 615-475-7864. Give me a call. Let me know what you're thinking. We're streaming on multiple platforms. Let's go. Mark, Pittsburgh. What do you got?
Hey, Ben, this is Mark. Hey, have you been hearing any reports about Bondi getting fired because she leaked some information about Eric? Did you?
I don't know why she was fired. And I think those are rumors that are, you know, they're fun. They're fun rumors.
Yeah, I hear. I have another question for you too. Because you're a Navy guy.
Sure.
Those 30,000-pound bombs, right? How much destruction do they cause? Like if you drop them down on shorelines, like if we would take it out on that little island.
I don't know.
It wouldn't do much, or
I wouldn't know. Mark,
no?
God bless you. I wouldn't know about that. I'm not a bomb expert guy. Let's go, G-Dub. What you got, G-Dub?
What's going on, Vanilla Cream? Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to use your club name. My bad. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm living the dream, homie. What you got?
Man, I knew it, but I didn't know that literally that it was a safe zone or whatever they call it, a soft target or whatever.
Yeah.
Guns free zone. Oh my God! So the military, who's defending everybody else and can shoot, like you said, in other countries and defend other countries, they can't defend themselves if a crazy person comes on base.
It's been like that for as long as I could remember.
That is BS. You know, in my previous life, I used to be a teacher, and, you know, it was crazy that, you know, we were saying teachers should be allowed to carry, you know, with training and all that kind of stuff, right? Teachers should be allowed to carry. But military, that is crazy. I'm sorry. I was just chilling listening to your show, but that just didn't make no sense. But, you know, government making sense, you know, shame on me for thinking that could happen.
Smoking Gun says he just posted something that goes back to 2016. I thought I saw something went back to 2012. So there you go. That's crazy, isn't it? God bless you, G-Dub. I appreciate you calling,
all right,
brother.
you take care, man.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
That's G-Dub, brother from another mother out there in Compton, calling. Great call. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Whoa, that's a weird one. Okay. Hegseth orders Army Chief of Staff. I want to see this just because I don't know who this guy is. So I'm going to play this. I don't know who this gentleman is, this Army Chief of Staff that Pete Hegseth just asked to step down. But I want to see this. Let's turn off the phone line for here for a second and see who this is.
Secretary Pete Hegseth has asked the Army Chief of Staff to step down and take immediate retirement. General Randy George has held the position since August of 2023. Senior U.S. Army official and senior War Department official confirmed the move to Fox News. George's ouster is the latest of more than a dozen firings of top generals and admirals since Secretary Hegseth took office last year.
Hey, Sean Hannity.
Do you think he could have been leaking anything? Do you think that guy could have been a leaker? He was in 2023. We know who the president was. The guy that was the president doesn't know who it was, but he was the Secretary of the Army during the Biden administration. Could he have been a leaker? I don't know. That's an interesting one for me.
Phone, the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Washington Post.
Let's go here. I want to see this too. Let's go here. Looks like Caroline Levitt is interviewing. This is live here. Interviewing Erica Kirk. Let's drop in here for a second.
And I'll make the mistake of being awake at 3 a.m. and reading through some of the stories, and then my brain's
Then you're
going.
awake.
Yeah,
You're awake. Your adrenaline's
I can't
going.
go back. Yeah, my adrenaline's going, and my team knows. If you ask anyone who works for me, I see my assistant in the front row. She's smirking because they'll wake up to the group chat, and I send texts between the hours of like 2 and 4 a.m. every night, and I'm like, "We need a."
Okay, I can't watch that, but I'm sure it's captivating. Vicky, ship more Bibles to you. Didn't World War II start with the assassination of Austrian Archduke? I think he was French. I thought Franz Ferdinand, Archduke Franz. I think it was French, not Austrian, but I could very well be wrong with my geopolitical leaders that were taken out. You might be right there. Yeah, it looked like girl talk. I'm sure Don Lemon is all over that. Let's grab some more calls here. I want to get your opinions on that. Let's go. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Thank you, Vicky. For those of you that don't know, I use a lot of the money from super chats and memberships to ship Bibles. I've sent in some guitars. Trying to help some other people that maybe need it. I had an uneasiness about Pam and Tulsi. I didn't mean to offend, but I knew that real men should hold those posts. I don't care what people hold what or don't. I don't care if they're good for the job. Okay, in early 2026, April, Defense Secretary reportedly asked General to step down. Major shift at the Pentagon policy. More combat focus, war army ready. Disagreements behind the scenes with this Randy George. Broader military. He might have been into a little bit of DEI. Thank you for sending me that. I appreciate it. That's good. Real good. I appreciate that. Man, that's crazy, isn't it? Hey, you know what? Pete Hegseth obviously has some information that we're not privy to. That's what I think. I think he's got information we're not privy to. And you have to kind of like realize that whenever someone like that is fired. Oh gosh, are you kidding me? This is too good. Hold on. Let me wow. Okay, we got to go here. Donald Trump has become the king of trolls once again. Here we go. Donald Trump. Oh my gosh, this guy is the best troll in the world. Trump trolls Jasmine Crockett's loss. Says distant relative Davy Crockett would be proud of her. Great success as a politician. Wow. Okay, I got to see this. I got to see this. So Trump is now saying that, oh my gosh, he is the king of trolls. The king of trolls, Donald Trump. Let's go right up. Let's go here. I can't get enough of the trolling that this guy brings out. He actually said, Jasmine Crockett, that her wow. You have got to love this guy. Davy Crockett, obviously a distant relative of Jasmine and very high IQ frontiersman, would be proud of the legacy that he began long ago, and especially of Jasmine's great success as a politician.
Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
Wow.
He's in the woods, so he knew every tree. Killed him a bar when he was only 3.
Greatest troll in the world.
Frontier, Davy Crockett.
Greatest troll in the world goes to Donald Trump. Without a shadow of a doubt, the greatest troll in the world. Lines are open. You've got to give me your opinion on this. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Best troll ever. When you use a... That's why I voted for that guy. That is why I voted for him. That's why I voted for the president of the United States. When you control using Davy freaking Crockett, you're at a 80th level troll. Here we go. Trump just came out with, he's signing an executive order to pay all DHS personnel. That's big. Okay. Wow. I still can't get over him doing this. This is crazy. How many of you agree with this? Let's go here.
Good evening. I'm Bill Malugin, and this is your Fox News report. Pam Bondi is out as U.S. Attorney General. President Trump announcing her firing today. Bondi, a Trump loyalist, will be moving on to the private sector. The president praised Bondi's leadership in tackling crime across the U.S. Meanwhile, Deputy AG Todd Blanche will be stepping into the role until a successor is confirmed. President Trump says all DHS workers will be paid soon, not just TSA agents. The president is planning to sign an order to pay employees who have been working for 48 days now without a paycheck due to the partial government shutdown. The Senate sent its bill to fund most of DHS back to the House, but the record-breaking shutdown is expected to continue with lawmakers on recess. Iran is launching more strikes across the Middle East as President Trump claims its military has been decimated. Iran hit targets in Israel and in Gulf countries. Israel also launched missiles at the headquarters of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps, killing a senior commander. Body cam video shows the moments after Tiger Woods' rollover crash in Florida. Woods is seen taking a field sobriety test and later being handcuffed. Officers also removed 2 pills from his pocket. Woods was arrested on a DUI charge, and he's pleaded not guilty. The 4 Artemis astronauts are orbiting the Earth and guiding the spacecraft after yesterday's successful launch. NASA will fire an engine, which puts the capsule on a path to loop around the moon in a few days. In Washington, I'm Bill.
Okay, for all the flat earthers. Flat earthers. I know you're upset. The world is not flat. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Give me a call. Love to get your opinion on that. Wow. He pled not guilty. DUI charge, had pills in his pocket, drunk. Okay. All right. I guess that's what you do. I guess that's your jam. You just plead not guilty. All right. I guess that's it. Well, guys, I really appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Try to give you a little update on what is going on, what I'm seeing. And I think I'll see you in the morning. You guys take care. And let me make sure I didn't miss anybody's super chats over here. Let's go. President T's best troll moved yet to come. His signature on currency, every denomination. Thank you. God bless America. S. Baker, $20. Thank you for the postage for that. We got NDAA of 2016 allows military members to carry on base. Guys, gals, girls, appreciate you watching. Y'all take care. I'm going to cook dinner.